Hey, I want to tell you something that most guys never really think about. Have you ever met someone who just stays in your mind? You're washing dishes, scrolling through your phone, lying in bed at night, and there they are. Not because you're trying to think about them, but because they left something behind. Not an object, but a feeling. But when it comes to dating, a lot of guys think the key to being unforgettable is to always be present. Always text back fast, always say yes, always be available. But that's not what makes you live in her thoughts. Today, I'm going to share 7 ways you can leave that kind of lasting mark. Not through games, not through manipulation, but through the way you carry yourself, the way you show up, and the way you make her feel when you're gone. Point 1. Become the calm in her chaos. Let me ask you something. What happens when life gets messy for most people? They complain. They get stressed. They dump their problems onto whoever will listen. But imagine being the guy who doesn't do that. The guy who, no matter what's going on, stays calm, steady, unshaken. Picture her, she's had a day from hell. Work deadlines, phone blowing up, people demanding her attention. Her mind is racing, then she talks to you and your voice calm. Your energy grounded. It's like she just stepped out of a storm into a warm, quiet room. You didn't need to fix everything, you didn't need to have all the answers. You just needed to be a steady presence when everything else was pulling her apart. That's rare, and rare gets remembered. Point 2. Live a story worth telling. Let's be honest, if all you talk about is being bored, what you had for lunch, and how tired you are, you're not giving her much to think about later. But imagine this instead. She asks, "How was your day?" And you tell her about that time you tried to cook something new and nearly set your kitchen on fire, or how you hiked to a hidden waterfall and almost slipped into the stream. She's not just hearing about your day. She's seeing it in her mind. She can picture it. She can feel it. And now she's wondering what you'll get up to next. When you're living a life full of little adventures, chasing goals, trying new things, building something you care about, you become interesting without even trying. And interesting is magnetic. Point 3. Give her moments, not just time. Here's something most guys don't realize. Spending hours together doesn't guarantee you'll be remembered. What sticks in someone's mind are moments. It's that time you made her laugh so hard she had to wipe tears from her eyes. That 2 a.m. conversation where she felt completely understood. That moment you noticed something about her that no one else ever pointed out. She's not going to replay the clock. She's going to replay the feeling you gave her. So stop thinking how much time can I give her and start thinking what kind of moment can I give her. Because moments, they stick. Point 4. Leave space for wonder. We live in a world where people spill their life stories within minutes of meeting. But here's the thing. Mystery is powerful, not the fake kind, the real kind. When you let someone discover you piece by piece, it's like reading a book they can't put down. You don't dump every chapter on the table at once. You let her earn each one. Instead of saying, "Here's everything about me, try this." She asks about something and you say, "That's a story for another time," or "One day I'll tell you the rest." You've planted a seed in her mind and she'll keep coming back to water it because people can't stop thinking about something they haven't finished figuring out. Point 5. Align with your own standards. There's something incredibly attractive about a man who actually lives by his word. If you say, "I hit the gym every morning," and you do, that's respect. If you say, "I don't waste time on drama," and you walk away from it, that's strength. Most people crumble when things get uncomfortable. But when you hold your boundaries, when you keep your commitments, not just to her but to yourself, you stand out in a way she won't forget. Because here's the thing. Attraction isn't just about looks, it's about trust. And trust is built when your words and actions match. Point 6. Be present when you're present. Let me tell you a secret. Being in the same room doesn't mean you're truly there. We've all been with someone who's physically present but mentally somewhere else, staring at their phone, nodding without really listening. That's forgettable. But when you give her your full attention, looking her in the eyes, really hearing what she's saying, it's rare. And rare makes an impact. Ask her questions that go deeper than "How was your day?" Listen without thinking about what you'll say next. Respond in a way that shows you felt her words. That kind of presence, it leaves a mark she can still feel even after you've left. Point 7. Walk away before the energy fades. Here's where most guys mess it up. They drag things on. The date was great. The conversation was alive. But instead of leaving on that high, they stretch it until the energy dies. Think of it like a song you love. It's perfect until it plays for 2 minutes too long. Suddenly the magic fades, so instead leave while she's still smiling. End when the energy is at its peak. That way her last memory of you is the best part. And that's the version her mind will replay over and over. Leaving her wanting more is how you guarantee she'll think about you later. But being unforgettable isn't about chasing harder, texting more, or flooding her with attention. It's about how you make her feel when you're there and when you're not. Be her calm in the chaos. Live a story worth telling. Give her moments instead of just time. Leave space for wonder. Stand by your standards. Be present. And know when to walk away. Do that and you won't have to make her think about you. She just will.